What's going on, y'all? So today I'm gonna rank the AFC North division. I'm gonna give my takes on who's gonna come out on top and who's gonna be in the bottom. All right, let's get into it. First, not much of a surprise. I got Browns at the bottom. I love the Browns defense. That's never been a question. I do like what they did with getting Judkins in the draft. I love Jerry Jeudy, but when it comes to quarterback, they have Pickett, Flacco, Gabriel, Watson, and Shador. That's trash. I'm sorry. That quarterback room, pitiful. Flacco gives you the most experience. Pickett has experience as well. They're both not starters in the league, obviously. Um, the feature starter I see in this bunch would be Shador, but again, he's not ready to play week one. I think he's a year or two project. You need to sit him a year or two before he's actually good in the NFL. So that's why I got to put the Browns at the bottom. QB production is going to be low for them this year. Um, Next, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have a lot to say about the Steelers. For one, why get Aaron Rodgers? You gave him $20 million, I'm sorry, for a year contract for a washed up QB who I don't think he's going to play awful, but he's going to play you out of a draft pick to get a younger quarterback, at least high in the draft. And if you wanted to get a quarterback this year, Shador was sitting right there. You decided not to take him. Fine, don't take him. Wait a year, have a bad season, get a top pick next year. No, you get Aaron Rodgers. Because first of all, washed up. What he did in the Jets is not a fluke. With that offense the Jets had and he was able to do nothing, I'm sorry. I don't think he can come to the Steelers, who don't have as important offense as the Jets had, and produce numbers and win them games. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, when it comes to their defense, they got T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen. They got good pieces. I think their defense is going to be just fine. With the question mark, again, for this other team in the AFC, it's going to be their quarterback position. Will Aaron Rodgers have a good year this year? Will he lead them to not only a playoff spot, but a playoff win? In my opinion, I don't think Aaron Rodgers can lead you to a playoff win. I think there's still a lot of problems with the OC. Aaron Rodgers is going to want to do things his way. I just see a lot of issues. I see a lot of drama. I think they're going to go third. They might get a playoff spot, but I don't think they're going to win any games. I'm sorry. So next we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, when it comes to the Bengals, so Joe Burrow, MVP last year, should have been MVP if it wasn't for the record or their trash defense. For one, Bengals need to get up to a hot start this year. They need to stop with this slow start and picking it up later in the year. It's costing them playoff positions. It's costing them playoff spots. It's costing them home games in the playoffs. It needs to end. Now, when it comes to their defense, obviously they have one of the worst defenses in the league, one of the worst rushing defenses in particular. They did add some picks to help fill the spot. They added an edge rusher in Cedric Johnson. They added a defensive tackle, McKinley Jackson, I'm sorry. Again, I don't know if it's enough to make an impact immediately, but I do think they be second in their division. I do think they will make the playoffs. Again, they'll go as far as Joe Burrow can take them with that defense. If the defense even makes slight improvements, I think they could do some damage in the playoffs. But that's only if their defense can be remotely better than last year. I don't know if they can do it. That's why I gave them the second spot. I don't think they can jump the Ravens right now until they address that massive hole on defense. They did add some pieces to protect Joe Burrow on offense, but again, their offense wasn't the problem. It's their defense. So I got them running second with maybe a playoff win or two. Last, we have the Baltimore Ravens. Now, when it comes to the Ravens, this is the easy number one spot. Winning their division won't be an issue for them this year. You did pick up Hopkins at receiver, which makes their offense even more potent than it was last year. Derrick Henry, a beast. Zay Flowers, I love Zay Flowers. Again, Lamar Jackson should have won MVP last year, but they gave a cupcake to Josh Allen. We know that. So offense is not an issue. Defense solid. They do need to address the secondary, one of the worst secondaries in the league last year. They did add some pieces to hopefully fill that hole, but I still think there's room to improve. Again, I think they will be better than last year with their secondary, but the defense will be good enough to do what they need to do this season. It all is going to fall down to, for one, if they stay healthy, and two, can Lamar Jackson finish big games? That's been a problem in the playoffs last year against Josh Allen. It's always been a constant problem. They can't make it to the Super Bowl. This year, it's all set up. If you stay healthy enough, there'll be no more excuses for Lamar Jackson. So I expect him to get it done this year, silence the talk, and finally be mentioned in those conversations with the great quarterbacks of this league. Okay, that wraps it up. Let me know what you think of this video. Thumbs up would be much appreciated if you could subscribe too. And then I will be doing a video for each division in AFC and NFC. So, yeah, like the video. I'm going to keep it going. Thank you.